Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. MTG Box Analysis here with another Modern Horizons Play Booster box. So we've opened up one of these previously on the channel. It was last Friday and that box was pretty darn amazing. So when I opened it, we saw a market value of $420.93 and $328.53 worth of cards valued over $2. Now, the set has been out for a little bit, so the prices have kind of stabilized or come down, and that box is now worth $367.34 and contains $290.32 worth of cards valued over $2, which is about the price or the value that most people list cards for. They say it's profitable to list them for sale on TCG Player. So we're going to go ahead and open up these 36 play boosters and see what kind of value we can find. I'm going to put the value of all rares and mythics on the screen. And then we're going to compare this box to that box and see which one was a better deal. So we've got pull tabs on these because they come from the exact same case as the previous box. So I'm hoping that we get to see some really good value in here. All right, starting off with a copy token, worth virtually nothing. But directly behind that, we're going to see ourselves a foil Legion Leadership, and then yeah, it's stuck to the back. We've got our rare. It is the Sire of Famine. All right, and then behind that, we're going to see Meltdown, followed by a Drowner of Truth, an Etched Slith, followed by a Path of Annihilation, an Embedded Spirit, then a Seething Landscape, followed by an Expanding Ooze, an Expel the Unworthy, Colossal Dread Mask with a Dross Claw, a Glimpse the Impossible, and an Aether Spike coming in at the end. All right, so first play booster, not a home run. Sire of Famine is a low value rare, so hopefully we get to see some really good rares from this set, along with a few mythics along the way. We do have an art card here up front. It is going to be an unsigned art card, but I do like the artwork on that. Then we're going to see a full art foil Swamp, followed by a Nightshade Dryad, also in foil. Our rare is going to come from the land cycle. It's going to be a Spy Master's Vault, followed by a Pearl Medallion as a backup rare. And we're just going to see two in that pack, but the Pearl Medallion does hold a little bit of value for us. Those medallions have come down quite a bit. Then we got the Ethereum Petromander, followed by a Reckless Pyro Surfer, a Mindless Conscription, Nightshade Dryad, Snapping Void Craw, Jolted Awake, Malevolent Rumble, Ceruleus Sentry, and a Sarpadium Simulacrum with a Drownyard Lurker. All right, so that is two packs. That is 28 cards plus our token and our art card. There are no commons in the set other than one retro frame that are valued over $1. So I don't think we're going to go through every single commons in today's box. But if you are interested in seeing the full inventory, you can always go out to my website and download the MTG Box Analysis and get the inventory. So we got ourselves a zombie here, followed by a foil mythic Sorin House of Markov coming in. This is a tremendous hit for us. Sorin is, I believe, the second most valuable planeswalker that we can pull from this set, Tamiyo being the most valuable. So this is awesome to see this. So hooray. I'll go ahead and flip Sorin over. There we go. So we got Sorin, Ravenous Neonate coming in. So that's going to be a huge hit for us. And there was a rare directly behind it that kind of gets sticky. So we got Arna, Kennerid, Sky Captain coming in. This, unfortunately, is a low-value mythic. Then we get a Reefworm, followed by Satania, Aetherflux Genius coming in, a third mythic from Commander, unfortunately not high value. And then we are going to see the Snow-Covered Wastes with a Glimpse Elemental and a Kozilek's Unsealing coming in as an uncommon. Used to be valued over $1. It's pretty darn close, but it has dropped below. And then we just have commons in the back. All right. Moving into our next pack. That was awesome to see, a triple mythic pack. You don't get too many of those. So we got ourselves the Phyrexian Worm, followed by a Standard Swamp. And then we're going to see a Muster the Departed in foil with a borderless Cathalonian Nightmare coming in. That was the art card that we saw earlier. Very cool to see a borderless rare coming in. And that'll be our only rare, followed by a Priest of Titania. Then we're going to see a Bridgeworks Battle, followed by a Charitable Levy and an Amped Raptor. This one also used to be valued just over $1, but has recently just dropped below $1. Then we got a Deceptive Landscape and some commons in the back there. Awesome. All right, moving into our next pack. These boxes are so much fun to open. I wish they weren't so darn expensive. I'd open them up almost every day. So we got a zombie army, followed by another foil rare, and it's going to be a good one. We got Nadu Winged Wisdom coming in as a foil rare. This is going to hold some value, probably over $10 in the foil treatment. Awesome. And then directly behind that, we got ourselves 6, another good rare from the set. Very cool. And then we got Nadler's Nightblade with a Legion Leadership, an Essence Reliquary, and an Emissary of Soulfire with a Marionette Apprentice and just our commons in the back. All right, I'm going to make a little bit of room and put Nadu up top to kind of signify those are the 2 best rares or rare and mythic combinations that we've gotten so far. All right, this pack kicks off with a zombie, followed by a Full Art Mountain. And then we're going to see a Temperamental Oozewag, followed by Roshin Roaring Prophet. And that'll be our only rare. Meteoric Mace, Phyrexian Ironworks, Soul Transformer with a Metatastic Evangel and a Perilous Landscape. And just more commons in the back there. All right. So some of the uncommons that we're looking for a Vexing Bauble or an Urza's Cave. We'd also take some of the double-sided uncommons. We got a Witch Enchanter, Sink into Stupor, Fell the Profane, Disciple of Freyeyes, and Revitalizing Repast. Those are some uncommons that we're looking for, along with the Full Art Snow-Covered Wastes. All right, so we've got a non-signed art card, followed by a Cranial Ram in foil with Pearl Ear Imperial Advisor coming in as our rare. Just not a high value rare, and our only rare though. We get a Buried Alive, Pinnacle Monk. Then we get the Vexing Bauble. That was one of the uncommons I was just talking about. And then we get ourselves a Brain Surge with a Cursed Wombat and a Malevolent Rumble. And some more commons back there. All right, sliding into our next pack. I think we'll just speed things up now. So we got an Eldrazi Spawn with a foil Full Art Mountain, foil Envoy of the Ancestors with a Bloodstained Mire, our first fetch land coming in. Very awesome to see that. And we are going to get a Sapphire Medallion with it. Very nice. And then we're going to see a Rush of Inspiration, Arcbound Condor, Golden Tail Trainer, and a Shattered Landscape with some more commons. All right, this one kicks off with a non-token token ad card, followed by Nyxborn Unicorn in foil, and a Winter Moon coming in as our rare, and our only rare, Annoyed Altalasar. And we're going to see our first retro frame. It is a Jolted Awake. This is not a common that we're looking for. Then we're going to see It Heralds the End with an Amped Raptor, and Tameo Meets the Story Circle with just our commons back there. All right, very cool. Curious to see how many borderless we're going to get in this box. We've got another non-signed art card with a Conduit Goblin. And then we're going to see ourselves a Null Drifter coming in as our rare. It does hold some value. Then we're going to see a Decree of Justice. And, whoa, we get an Endurance Special Guest. So I pulled a textured version of this out of one of the collector booster boxes. So this is the non-textured standard borderless non-foil. Very nice to see that. That's a big hit for us. And then we've got ourselves a Hydroelectric Specimen, followed by Breaker of Creation, Consuming Corruption, and a Tranquil Landscape. And that's it. All right, sliding into our next pack. The packs are probably not stacked evenly because they kind of fell out of the box in random piles. So we won't call this pack 12. We got an Eldrazi Spawn. We got ourselves a Forest. Then we're going to see ourselves a Dreadmobile with an Imsker Iron Eater rare retro frame coming in. Very cool to see that. Unfortunately, not a high value rare. Then we're going to see a Cephalopid Coliseum, Snow-Covered Wastes, followed by a Ghostfire Slice, a Depth Defiler, and a Bountiful Landscape. All right. So now that we got a little more room, we'll just put our retros up there. One rare, one common. All right, art card, unsigned. Then we get our foil Island, followed by a foil Glasswing Grace, And our rare is going to be a borderless Windswept Heath. So fetch land number 2 in the borderless treatment. Very nice. Then we get a Priest of Titania with Fell the Profane, uncommon valued over $1. Then we get an Izek Generatorium, a Glaring Fleshraker, and a Proud Pack Rhino. And just some commons back there. What's your impressions of Modern Horizons 3? Do you all enjoy the set? Are you having fun cracking it? Are you having fun watching me crack it? I'm having fun. All right, so we do get our first signed art card, and on the channel I like to feature the artist when we do get a signed art card, just as a way of saying thank you. So this is Hairgas Erupting Nullkite by Tyler Wapple. So thank you very much, Tyler, for signing that art card or lending your signature to it, and for illustrating our game. So we got ourselves an island, followed by an Inventor's Axe. And our rare is going to be a Flare of Cultivation. Very good rare for us. And we're going to get a backup. It is Kalia of the Vast Mythic showing on up. Not the most valuable reprint rare, but certainly a fun card to play with. So we'll put that in our Mythic pile. Then we get a Sink into Stupor. I believe this might be the #1 uncommon in the set. Awesome. And then behind that, we're going to see an Envoy of Ancestors, a Wormcoil Larva, and a Foreboding Landscape, and more commons. All right, we'll just keep on rolling through. All right, another Eldrazi spawn, followed by a foil 6. All right, so we've got now some repeat going on in the rare slot, but that's okay, because we'll take it in a good rare. Awesome, and then behind that, we're going to see Thief of Existence coming in as a second rare. And then we get a Decree of Justice with a Blood-Soaked Insight, a Null Elemental Blast with a Muster of the Departed, and a Horrid Shadow Spinner, and a bunch of lands in the back. It looks like we got 3 back there, common lands. All right, this pack kicks off with a Phyrexian Germ, followed by a Foil Forest, and then we're going to see a Foil Drossclaw with Kozilek the Broken Reality coming in. Very nice. This is a huge mythic hit for us. Running out of room up top for all the really good cards. Awesome to see that. Behind that, we're going to see ourselves a Shrieking Drake, followed by a Stump Stomp, a Mob, a Titan's Vanguard, and a Royal Cartographer with just our commons. All right, so Kozilek, I think it's going to go right there where Nandu is, because he's another one of the big hits for us. May have to demote our retro frames at this rate, and I'm okay with that. So we got an ad card with an Infernal Captor, followed by Emperor of Bones as our first rare. Then we're going to see a Branching Evolution as our second rare. And then we're going to see a Sundering Eruption, and that'll do it. Dreadmobile, Arcbound Condor, Spawn Gang Commander, and the Foreboding Landscape. All right, moving into our next pack. Got an art card. Oh, we got another signature. All right, awesome. Let's go ahead and feature the artist here. So this is going to be Monumental Hope by Stephen Belladin. So thank you very much, Stephen. Appreciate it. So we got ourselves a forest, followed by a foil Perilous Landscape. And then we're going to see Nadu Winged Wisdom again. So this so now we've got 2 really good rares, 1 in foil, 1 in non-foil. Awesome to see that. And then we've got a Deep Analysis, followed by a Suppression Ray, Curse Wombat, Propagator Drone, and the Tranquil Landscape. Again, 3 of those landscape lands in the back. Yeah, this is what we're going to do. We're going to move these guys to the side. We're going to move Kozilek over, and we're going to bring our pair of Nadus up top. All right, we got a pull tab that doesn't want to work. All right, another non-signed art card with a Reiterating Bolt in foil, and then we're going to see ourselves a Flare of Duplication coming in. This is probably one of the lower value flares. And then we're going to see an Amphibian Downpour with a Fledgling Dragon. Then we get a Triton, a Wavebreaker, a Furnace Hellkite, and a Static Prison, plus our commons in the back. So I'm just going to take a half a second and move some of our common uncommons off camera. Don't want to knock them over. All right, so I kind of feel like we're pretty close to the halfway point. I'll flash up what pack number we're on right now. As I kind of go through the pricing and all the overlays, I certainly keep track of where we are in the box. So we got ourselves a Cat Warrior, followed by a foil Swamp, and then we're going to see ourselves a foil Drownyard Lurker with a Strix Serenade coming in as our rare, followed by an Estrid's Invocation as a backup rare. Then we get Disciple of Frey Eyes coming in, another uncommon valued over $1. Then we get Urza's Cave, another uncommon valued over $1, with a Lion Umbra and a Colossal Dread Mask, and just some commons back there. All right, very cool. So we're definitely seeing some value in the uncommon slot. I don't think we've hit them all yet, but we've hit quite a few of the uncommons valued over $1, so that's awesome. Adds a little extra value to the box. All right, moving into our next pack, we got another art card, non-signed. Then we see a Thriving Skyclaw, followed by an Ardent Dais coming in as our rare, a Victimize. Then we're going to see a Glasswing Grace, Quest for the Necropolis, a Golden Trail Trainer, Skittering Precursor, with a Seeding Landscape and some more commons. All right, so we got ourselves a Servo with a Corrupted Shapeshifter in foil, and we're going to see a Mythic Shadow of the Second Sun coming in. Does hold a little bit of value as a Mythic. That'll be our only Mythic in that pack. Then we get an Angel of Ruins, Hydroelectric Specimen, Unstable Amulet, Territory Color, and a Copy Crook in the back. And again, 3 of those landscapes. I like to come in 3s. Lots of art cards in this box, or at least it feels that way. I'm okay with that. I think I'd rather have an art card than a token. Just my opinion. So we got ourselves a Swamp, followed by an Idol of False Gods in foil, with Flare of Fortitude coming in, another really good rare from the main set, followed by a Barbarian Ring. Then we're going to see a Monstrous Vortex, Reiterating Bolt, Collective Resistance, and a Dog Umbra. All right. Next pack. Got another Zombie Army token here, followed by a Shattered Landscape in foil, and we're going to see Harrigas Erupting Nullkite. We saw this art card earlier, but now we have it as a borderless Mythic coming in. Very cool to see that. Not a high value card, but that's okay. It looks really cool. So awesome. And behind that, we're going to see ourselves a Toxic Deluge. This reprint rare does hold some value, so good to see that we got that. Then we get a Waterlog's Teachings, an Idol of False Gods, Consuming Corruption, Twisted Riddle Keeper, and the Perilous Landscape. Oh, just 1 land in that pack. Thought we were going to get another 3-pack. All right, another art card, unsigned. Then we're going to see the Siege Smash, followed by an Eldrazi Linebreaker coming in as our rare. Very cool to see this. This particular card does hold some value, however, it's just about $1. Then we get a Cephalopid Coliseum, Witch Enchanter, I believe, yep, this is going to be an uncommon, valued over $1. Then we get the Hunger Tide Rises, Lethal Throwdown with Ajani Fell the Godshire, and a Bountiful Landscape, and that'll do it. All right, so we're sitting at 4 borderless. We've got 2 fetch lands. We've got 2 retro frames, and I believe we're sitting at 6 mythics, maybe 7 with the special guest. So we got a double-sided blank token with a plains. Then we're going to see Tune the Narrative, followed by a Wooded Foothills. There we go, another fetch land for us. And we're going to see ourselves a Cursed Mirror reprint rare coming in. Then we're going to see another Urza's Cave, so adding a little bit more value for us. Then we get a Bespoke Battle Wagon, followed by a Wumpus Apparition, and a Tranquil Landscape with more commons back there. All right, for all you vampire folks out there, we got some blood tokens, followed by a foil plains, and then we're going to see a foil evolution witness with an obtruse appropriation coming in as our rare with Buried Alive. Then we've got a revitalizing repast, a Mog Mob, Undo Not Master, Guardian of the Forgotten, and our commons back here. another Eldrazi Spawn token with a foil Bespoke Battle Wagon. And then we're going to see ourselves a Wheel of Potential, followed by a Kozilek's Command coming in. Very cool to see this. This is a really good hit for us, valued over 10 bucks. I guess we're going to put that up top in a second. Then we get Distinguished Conjurer, Sundering Eruption, Wastecape Battle Mage, Hydra Trainer, and Sheltering Landscape with some more commons behind it. All right, I guess we'll put Sorin and Kozilek over here. Although I probably should have put both Kozileks together. That's all right. Would really love to see an Ulamog the Defiler, an Emrakul World Anew. I would also like to see another Ugin's Labyrinth. I'm trying to collect as many of those as I can. One more non-signed art card with a standard Full Art Forest, an Airy Auxiliary, followed by Phyla Exuberant Shepherd coming in as our rare. Does hold a little bit of value, has dropped some though since release. Then we get ourselves a Junk Diver, Consigned to Memory, Brain Surge with a Grim Servant, and a Deceptive Landscape. And some more commons back there. All right, I think we're down to like 7 or 8 packs. So far, this feels like a pretty good box. It doesn't feel as good as the first one, though. So we got ourselves a blank card with a Jolted Awake. And then we're going to see ourselves a Strix Serenade coming in the borderless treatment. Very nice to see this. Does hold some value, and another borderless for our stack, which means we're going to see a second rare, Sylvan Safekeeper. Reprint rare is valued over $1. Then we get ourselves a Legion Leadership, Idol of False Gods, Glaring Fleshraker with a Titan's Vanguard, and the Oozewag. You're gonna put that card in one of your decks. I know someone out there is going to build something with an Ooze and a Brushwag for the creature type. We got an Eldrazi Spawn with a Mountain. And then we're going to see Kami of Jealous Thirst in foil with a Flooded Strand. All right, cool. So that is our 4th fetch land and 4 different ones. I love it. And then we're going to see ourselves a Shrieking Drake, followed by a Pinnacle Monk. Then we get a Scurry of Gremlins, Trickster Elk, and a Bountiful Landscape. All right, very cool. All right, we got ourselves the Eldrazi Spawn, followed by a foil Mountain and a foil Gift of the Viper. And then we're going to see Devourer of Destiny coming in as a rare. Does hold some value for us. And then we're going to see a Meteoric Mace with a Karam the Undertaker Mythic coming in from the Commander set. Don't think it's a high value, though. I don't have the Commander prices in front of me, though. Then we got the Creation of Avacyn, Solar Transformer, Pyretic Rebirth, Mandiblar Kite, and more commons. All right, so we are at 5 packs. So that was pack number 31. Non-signed art card, followed by a Lethal Throwdown. And then we're going to see ourselves a Cathalonian Nightmare coming in as our rare. Followed by an Annoyed Altilisar, Stump Stomp, Phyrexian Ironworks, Hope Ender Codal, Breaker of Creation, and a Sneaky Snacker as our first common of the pack. That's just a fun card to say out loud. All right, next pack. Get another blank double-sided helper card. And then we get to see a Solstice Zealot in foil with an Arena of Glory coming in from the land cycle, followed by a Distinguished Conjurer, a Blood-Soaked Insight, Monstrous Vortex, Signature Slam with Tameo Meets the Story Circle, and a Perilous Landscape coming in the back. All right, 3 packs to go. Still haven't seen, what we've got here. The 2 Kozileks, Sorin, 2 Nandus. Those are going to be our best hits, except for, when you count the Endurance coming in from Special Guests and our fetch lands. I want to see something else that's really big. So hopefully it's coming at the end. So we got a Snake with an Island. Then we got a Titan's Vanguard, followed by Kudo King Among Bears. That's not the rare we're looking for. Then we get a Reefworm, Bridgeworks Battle, Etch Slith, Grim Serpent, and a Seething Landscape. And 2 lands in that pack. All right, 2 more packs to go. Stay tuned to the end. I'll be doing the MTG box analysis where I'll compare this box to the previous one as well as give you all the statistical breakdown of this box. So we get an ad card followed by a Malevolent Rumble in foil. And then we're going to see ourselves the Spring Heart Nantuko coming in. Another rare with some value. Love it. Then we get a Meltdown, followed by a Retro Victimize coming in. So now we got a common, an uncommon, and a rare. And then we're going to see ourselves a Frogmeth Enforcer with a Metastic Evangel, Emerald's Messenger, and Gift of the Viper as our first common. All right, final play booster pack of this box. Then we'll jump into the analysis. Can we get some last pack magic here? So we got a Cat Warrior, followed by a Full Art Plains, and our foil is going to be a Junk Driver with an Aether Revolt, not a high value rare. And we're going to see a Deserted Temple coming in as a backup rare, unfortunately also not high value. And then we're going to see an Ethereum Petromander, followed by a Fangs of Catalonia, Voltstorm Angel with Foreboding Landscape, and the Colossal Dreadmax, and a few more commons. All right, so I'll get it all sorted, organized, and compared to the other box. And here comes the MTG box analysis. Get early access to videos, download the analysis for every box open on the channel, and personally DM me, just like these fine people, all by becoming a member of the channel through YouTube or over at mtgboxanalysis.com. You'll find links in the description. Until next time, do something amazing.